Hi everyone, my name is Tunku Yusrina Tunku Nazrin, and with me in the studio is Mr. Mohamed Shahrir bin Shuib, and we will be representing UiTM Shah Alam with our teammates Dr. Mohamed Razeef bin Abdul Razak
Hello, how are you?
and Siti Nabilah Yusuf
I am
for IIDEX
Nabilah.
2022 with our project The Echoes Beneath Motion Comic. The Echoes Beneath Motion Comic falls into the design category as it is an animated digital comic. So what makes it even more special is that this motion comic integrates with both motion and music. According to Drew Martin, in his research called The Unfortunates Towards a History and Definition of the Motion Comics, that motion comics are a hybrid of animation and comics. Here comes to the question of why we're actually making the Echoes Beneath Motion comic.
Right, so from the underground musician point of view, bands does not get enough recognition. They play underground, they are in the underground scene, and then it's hard for underground bands to get recognized in the mainstream media or mainstream people. So there's another problem that being an underground band, most underground bands are self-funded. They don't have anything. They don't get any funds from anywhere. So it's hard for underground bands to survive. Furthermore, digital platform is a very, very competitive platform. As you know, there's a lot of underground bands trying to make it in the digital world. The platform is huge, but mostly for mainstream artists, not for the underground musician. People don't know them. People keep listening to what they are used to, the mainstream musician or big name underground bands. So small name underground bands, they can't really excel in that platform. What happened is most underground band has lack access to more connections compared to the mainstream bands, compared to the mainstream platform. In a nutshell, underground bands don't have enough platform. I've involved in the Malaysian underground scene since 2005. So, yeah, it's been a while. The problem stays the same.
So one of the main objectives of the Echoes Beneath Motion comic is to introduce this motion comic as a new platform for independent musicians to get featured, and also as to promote local bands through a whole different medium, which is through comic books. Instead, this is going to be on the digital platform, but instead of going through platforms such as Jukes, Jukes, Spotify, Deezer, SoundCloud, and all sorts of other music streaming platforms, we are going to penetrate through a video platform which involves animations. So the Echoes Beneath Motion comic is not just telling the stories of independent musicians, but it uses their music to actually promote the comic. At the same time, the comic helps to promote their music as well. So it goes both ways. So one of the methods that we're using to start off with the project is by interviewing people, which is like the qualitative method. We observe the music scene, especially during the COVID-19 situation where all the musicians just have to stop playing live. So one of the first steps of making this is by writing the script, and then comes the research and the environment where you actually went to the actual locations, and then you start making the characters, you start the sketching process, the designing process, and then comes the storyboard, where you visualize the whole script and everything that you've observed. So we actually choose actual independent musicians to voice the characters in this motion comic. So we've got a few people voicing the main characters, such as myself. I voice Leah, the main character. Mr. Shahrir voiced Yit, the studio guy, which happens to be the studio guy in real life. And we even got Senja Band to voice their own characters in the 4th and the 5th chapter. Some artists even managed to go as far as create songs for the Echoes Beneath Motion comic, such as the guitarist from the band Blackwood Confidential. He actually made the Echoes Beneath Motion comic's theme song. We see the Echoes Beneath Motion comic as a potential series to be commercialized. Because first of all, we managed to grab MDEC DC3 Plus grant. This also proves that they see this as something very potential and something that could actually contribute to the creative industry. We managed to pull it off with 5 episodes, and they're quite happy about it because right now they're giving us a second grant, which is the DCG Prisma, to actually commercialize it to more audiences. We also have an academic paper being submitted to INTI this year, and also non-academic articles published by Kugigran. In the future, we really hope that we could collaborate with more local musicians to develop this project on a higher level. So far, we are happy to be contributing a little bit to the creative industry in Malaysia with the Akus Bini motion comic. And this is why we believe that our project is in par with IIDEX 2022's theme, which is disruptive, sustainable, and unity. That's all from us.